Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we're going to take a look at CUBASIS, but we're going to take a look at the Waves Q10 10-band paragraphic EQ. Okay, so it's a very, very good EQ this is, and it has some very clever things with the types as well. So you have your normal, you have your bell type, then you have your low shelf, then your low cut. I don't know if you can see there. And then you have your high shelf and your high cut. And then you have this other one here, which is called proportional. Now, proportional does a very clever thing. It works in conjunction with the gain and the Q. So the Q is the bandwidth and the gain. So as the gain increases, the bandwidth decreases. So you'll see what I mean in a sec. But it's very, very nice, and it allows you to be very, very, very precise in your EQing. So 10-band parametric, it's kind of a mixture between both. It's just so cool. I've got a couple of audio file sets up, so I'm going to close the microphone and I'm going to play with it so you can hear it properly and the different ways it performs. Okay, so at the moment it is switched off, and I'll switch it on. So you can see we select the bands just by either tapping on those bands, and the ones that are grayed out are the ones that are switched off. So you can either switch all the bands on, or one band on or one band off. So you have total control over the actual EQ as well. So you have gain, staging, input, output there, and you can link left or right. So you can EQ either left or right hand sides of the channels, or both of them, which is very, very, very important. Now, I don't know if you also noticed that it's a very it's super transparent. The EQ itself won't color the sound. Okay, it will just make adjustments. So you're not gonna. It's clean. It's very, very, very. Well, it's waves, you know. So let's carry on. So like I said, we'll go with this, and we'll start. We'll select channel 1 here, and I will just play with some of the bandwidths and things, and sorry, the types. Total high cut there. Now watch what happens to the actual shape. As I play with the gain, you'll see that the actual Q, your bandwidth, will actually get narrower, and it will work in negative values as well. So subtracting will work exactly the same. And of course, we can drop back at any time to any of the different types. So we're using bell there, and I'll just additive. So we'll just move along to another audio file now so we don't get too bored. And you'll also notice that they're very, very, very... there's not a lot going on with the CPU, so they're very CPU friendly. So, sorry about that. Yeah, so here we have for this one. So first of all, I'll bypass it, and then I'll run through some of the presets. So now with the new CUBASIS 2.3, you can have presets for all your effects and stuff like that. And they've also included about 200 new ones. Okay, so bear in mind that the Q10 is an IAP. You can buy it in a bundle pack for $19.99 with the other two, which was the Ultra Maximizer and the Waves Audio Track. And also you can buy it separately, I think, for $7.99. So first of all, I'm going to just play along with this, and then I'm going to run through some of the presets that you get with this track as well. So that's the clean track. You may also notice that as I was changing them, you might not have because it slipped off because I was playing with the presets. But for each different band, I mean, it doesn't matter where you have your band set. You can have it sliding all over the place if you want to. But for each independent band, you set the type. So you either have your bell type, your low shelf, your low cut, your high shelf, high cut, or your proportional. Don't forget the new one, the proportional one, which is very, very cool. So you could have all of them set to proportional. It'll be like having a very, very accurate graphic EQ, if you know what I mean. Don't forget also you have now as well set up B and set up A. So you have two ways to compare sounds as it's playing. So quickly play a bit of that again. And then if you're happy, say for instance, you're saying, well, I really like that setup I've got, but I want to make some adjustments, but I don't want to lose it completely. You don't have to, you can save it as a new preset if you like. You could call it acoustic guitar for XX or something. Or you can see this little arrow that says A, and then there's a little arrow with the pointer on it says A to B. So you can copy A to B, if you know what I mean. So you can then make, so if I go copy, right, do this, and then I go to, right, just do this, A to B. And then B will be the same, it'll be exactly, and then I can make some slight adjustments and then compare the two as well. Okay, so last sec, oh no, we've got one or two more little bits to do. So here's another one. I shall just switch that off there. I don't need that for that. Go for this, add an effect, Waves Q10, and this will be completely flat now. And this is what I was saying to you, that the EQ won't colour the sound whatsoever, in no way at all. It's totally transparent, which is you know, for iOS and us is great. Hang on a sec. So let's just rock this on, and then I'll start messing with the EQ. And there's another thing as well. I can automate everything now as well. So if I start there, make sure we have read and write switched on. And all we need to do is press play, and then we can make our adjustments as we go. when we're happy, we just switch right off, leave read on. We can see what we've got there. You see it moved. So you get that. Just remember that you have to switch your write off and your read on when you want to do that. Otherwise, if you can switch both off, and it'll just completely ignore your automation. Okay, and let's just hear it quickly on a little bit of drums. I just want to... loop a section. That'll do. It's really nice. Listen to the bass drum. That's so cool. Anyway. Done on long enough there. So there we go. There is the Waves Q10 paragraphic EQ. 10-band, it's like parametric and graphic combined. The types you have are superb. The fact that you can link and unlink, the fact that you can also compare, you can just flatline the whole... Where is it now? Excuse me. You can just hit this and it'll just flatten the whole EQ for at the settings you had it. So yeah, also you could just go back as well. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a Patreon, and I will see you guys later. So there is the Waves Q10 equalizer. Very cool beans. See you later.